Zootopia 2 arrived to truly add to the franchise, or was it just another sequel made to fill Mickey's pockets? That's the big question everyone's been asking since the film was announced. In today's video, we're going to break all of that down calmly, bringing first impressions, expectations, and what you can really expect from this long-awaited continuation, and whether or not we'll get a Zootopia 3. And don't worry, the first part of the video has no spoilers. Just turn up the volume, grab your carrot, and come closer. Welcome to Cine lovers and to the city of Zootopia. To start, the movie manages to be just as grand as the first one, and that alone is already a huge achievement. It brings back several classic characters that marked the story, like the hilarious Flash, the beloved Clawhauser, the unforgettable Mr. Big, and of course, the most beloved police duo, Nick and Judy. But it doesn't stop there. Zootopia 2 also expands its universe by presenting new characters that truly add to the plot, bringing freshness and new dynamics. Among them are Nibbles the Beaver, the charismatic Gary the Snake, and the eccentric Linksley family, who arrived to make Zootopia's world even more chaotic. An important detail, every character, both old and new, had some level of relevance within the narrative. Some appeared briefly, others had more screen time, but each role was crafted to contribute in some way to the story's development. Nothing feels thrown in or added just to fill space. On the contrary, every appearance helps build the film's rhythm, humor, and even emotional weight, making the experience much more complete. Zootopia 2 manages to be funny, mysterious, and full of tension, all at the right time and in the right amount. In my opinion, this balance between different elements working together is exactly what makes the film stand out. Beyond that, the script is simply brilliant, well-constructed, engaging, and capable of keeping your attention from beginning to end effortlessly. The narrative delivers plot twist after plot twist, always surprising you and keeping you glued to the screen. There are really big and unexpected moments, things you'd never imagine happening. The movie perfectly captures the essence of the first Zootopia, but presents everything in its own way, with identity and freshness. It's the kind of sequel that honors the original while still having the courage to walk on its own paws. To me, Zootopia 2 is, without exaggeration, Disney's best film in many years, bringing quality, emotion, and creativity that truly make a difference. Ginnifer Goodwin and Jason Bateman return with their iconic roles as Judy Hopps and Nick Wilde. Don't forget to stay on top of every update about upcoming movies and Zootopia 2 theories. Come closer and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss the next videos. Become a Cine lover. Now, shall we jump into the spoilers? Only keep watching if you really want to hear everything, otherwise, just click on this other video. My friends, the Linksley family are the biggest villains in the movie. Their goal is to stop Gary, Nick, and Judy from finding the first page of Zootopia's mysterious diary. Why? Because the great-grandfather of Pawbert, one of the family members, made everyone believe for 100 years that he was the founder of Zootopia, but in reality, he wasn't. The guy managed to fool an entire city for a whole century. The one who actually founded Zootopia was Gary's great-grandmother, a snake. So he pulled a huge scheme, framed the snakes and reptiles for a crime he committed, and that way the entire population banished the reptiles from Zootopia. And on that first page, the truth is written, but it's hidden somewhere no one knew about. Pawbert pretended to be Judy and Gary's friend to find the location of that letter and be accepted by his Linksley family. In other words, Pawbert is the biggest traitor. At least at the end of the movie, he and the whole family are arrested. But this plot twist, that a snake founded Zootopia, really caught everyone by surprise. It's the kind of revelation that completely changes how we see the city's history. This twist, along with Pawbert's betrayal, creates two of the most impactful surprises of the entire sequel. In the end, Gary finally reaches his goal. He exposes the truth, shows that everything was just a lie created a century ago and kept alive until today. With the lie revealed, he is able to bring his family and all reptiles back to Zootopia, allowing them to live in peace and harmony alongside the other species. It's a powerful moment that completely redefines the city's future. At one point, Nick ends up being arrested, and when he escapes, he accidentally frees around 200 prisoners, including the former mayor from the first movie. Since everyone is now on the loose, this could be an idea for Zootopia 3, or even something they explore in spin-off series and shorts. Now the next topic, which is my obligation to tell you, is the following post-credits scene. I was invited by Disney to watch Zootopia 2 at the early premiere. The event was amazing, and in the theater where I was watching, as soon as the movie ended, everyone started leaving, and when the only post-credits scene began, only I watched it. And the scene is simply fantastic. So please stay seated until the end of all the credits. It starts with Judy hearing Nick say that he loves her through that carrot recorder that appears in the first movie, remember? And yes, there was a little something between the two, but nothing official yet. Then two neighbors start arguing with Judy through the wall, and she barely pays attention to them. And then Judy leaves her room, when suddenly a shadow of someone flying appears and a feather falls on the table. It even gave me chills, meaning it's a huge hook for Zootopia 3, where we'll have the birds, who until now have never shown up in the franchise. Seriously, what an amazing scene. The birds are finally going to appear, and I've always been sure that Zootopia would be a trilogy, with the potential to have more than 3 movies in the future. Now I want to know if you're going to watch Zootopia 2 or not. How's your hype? Tell me everything in the comments, and whoever comments watermelon will get a heart. That way I know you watched the whole video. Thanks for watching until here, and see you in the next video here on Cine Lovers.